Captain Matt, Boat Buyer's Secret Weapon, with what questions to ask when buying a used boat. So we've got the Boat Buyer's Toolkit, which has a bunch of questions in, but this is a start. The first is, hey, why are you selling the boat? Try to get a little bit of information on what their mindset is. Is there financial issues? Are they not using it? Are they moving up to a different boat? All of those things will be helpful. Next, hey, what records do you have for the boat? Now, I'm not just talking the most recent, but can you give me any service records all the way back to the beginning of the time when that boat was built? The more records you have, the more you know about the boat, the more confidence you can buy it with. Has the boat been in saltwater? If you're in one of those kind of border areas, or hey, even inland boats, there are some of those boats that end up at the coast once or twice a year, or maybe they bought it from the coast. Ask, has this boat ever been in saltwater? That's going to cause some additional maintenance that may be required down the line. I want you to look at that a little bit closer. Is there anything quirky about this boat? Does this boat have anything? Do you gotta start it the right way? Or when you run certain RPMs, does something weird happen? That quirky question will bring out something that to the owner, it seems normal because they've dealt with it for so long. But for you, it may be, hey, that's a sign that there's something else underlying that I need to be aware of. What's the runtime look like? How many hours are on this boat? Now, if it doesn't have an hour meter, most of the engines the last, let's say 20 years, you can hook up to a computer and pull the hour history. If you just don't have an hour meter, well, then you got to be a little bit extra cautious because you just don't know. Try to base it off other things. But if you can get those hours, I've got a video on how many hours are too many hours, so you can get a sense for what those hours actually mean. Hey, what work has been done on the boat recently? So impeller, oil change, gear lube. Now, if they just say, hey, we serviced this recently, well, maybe that means that they just put fuel treatment in, or they just changed the oil. You want to know what service has been done and who did it. Did the individual do it? Well, if they're not real good, maybe they missed some things. Did a certified technician shop do it? Great. They should have some records. But what exactly was done? When was the battery last changed? The impeller, the oil, the gear lube, the fuel water separator, the inline fuel filters, the fuel treatment. Have you been greasing the Zerk fittings? Have you done those extra things that need to be done on a boat outside of just the basics? And what exactly does service mean to you? Next, what gear is coming with the boat? You may see some life jackets, some towables, some water skis, some fishing gear, some electronics, a canvas cover, seat cushions, filler cushions. What does and does not come with the boat? And make that checklist so when you take delivery, you say, oh, good, we've got everything that you said was included. Or, hey, where's that canvas cover that you said was going to come with it? And now that's missing. Because I can tell you, once you write that check and you drive away, it's very, very difficult to get that additional gear that was promised to go with the boat. Next, get the hardcore history. I love it. It's a great podcast if you don't listen to it by Dan Carlin, but get the hardcore history of that boat. A boat history report is a great idea. There's a link below that you can get it. Help support what we're doing here at the channel. The service records, we talk about that, but how has this boat been used? What exactly has been done to it? Where have you used it? Who has been the owners? All of that information is going to give you a more confident level that this boat has been taken care of. I know what's been done. I know what accessories have been added on. I know what's original equipment. The more history you can get on the boat, the better confidence you can have when you go into the buying decision. Has the boat been sunk? I would ask this flat out. There are telltale signs of a boat that's been sunk, but has this boat been sunk? Yes or no? And if you get anything that's well, or, you know, it didn't really sink. If you get anything like that, that's a red flag that you got to be careful of, that may be something you want to walk away from. But it's really easy to hide some of that stuff, and it's caught in a lot of people when they've gotten around that question and never answered it fully. So ask it straight out, look for their response, and so you can be confident when you buy it. And next, hey, when can we do the sea trial? If they won't let you do a sea trial, walk away from the boat. I'm telling you, time and time again, by skipping this step, people have bought somebody else's headaches. And if they balk at a sea trial, a dealer, a broker, an individual, doesn't matter. That is a huge, huge red flag. I would walk 100% of the time, and I encourage you to do the same. Again, Get the Boat Buyers Toolkit. It's totally free, boatbuyerstoolkit.com. There's even more questions and specific phrasing, a lot of other great information about how to sea trial, what to look for in the service records. You can check that out. And remember, life truly is better on a boat.